When we talk about college student alcohol use, this is not just an institutional problem. This really is a community problem. And I want you all to feel a sense of shared ownership in not only your sense of perhaps you're here because you feel like you are experiencing some of the challenges associated with this, but I want you to also feel a sense of your voice being part of the solution and being part of the picture here, because I really do think that is what's needed, particularly when we're looking at this institution and at this community. When you think about alcohol use, it's a cultural issue, right? Students come to college with their own experiences largely around alcohol. They don't, they are not sort of tabula rasa when it involves alcohol use. So they have their own history and their own experience with alcohol when they come to campus, but they also have their own expectations of what is college life going to mean for them. What is an experience of 4 years or more at WVU going to look like for them? And I will say, being voted #1 party institution certainly does not stand in WVU's favor as far as that is concerned.
The other important takeaway is that this is a problem, underage drinking is a problem that goes beyond the WVU student body. And of course, all the data and all the literature tell us this. And if you look at, say, for example, NIH fact sheets, the National Institutes of Health fact sheets, they really key on the fact that this is an issue and a problem that often affects teenage kids, those entering adolescence. And so this is an issue that's situated within the college community, but also beyond. And I think the Chief's comments there are very helpful. Then there's a third thing, Chief, that I heard you say that I think we want to come back to, and that is gaps in regulation and gaps in law. That we really have to work within a legal constitutional system. There are things we can and cannot do. The vestiges of law, the way powers are divided between local and state government, may create gaps, and those are gaps that may need to be assessed and perhaps addressed. And I think that was another big takeaway that you were offering us.
In the emergency department at Ruby, we see 12-year-olds occasionally, a few times a year. 13 through 15 is not that common. And I know most of the discussion here is about college-age drinking, but we do see people pre-college, and as you mentioned, many people have come to college with a vast experience in some cases with alcohol.
Take the taxes that were brought in, subtract that $412 million, you get $390 million deficit. So, a lot of times we hear about the benefits of what the alcohol industry is bringing in, and it does, but there's also a cost associated with it. So I think you should kind of know that from a West Virginia standpoint. And I think you should also understand that everyone who drinks in West Virginia isn't a WVU student. I think sometimes that gets painted the wrong picture.